Hi. Hi and welcome to episode 79 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here. How are we all doing? I hope you're well. I have been busy. I nearly dropped my iPad. That wouldn't have been good. I have been fairly productive. Not majorly productive, but fairly productive. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra. We have a Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have an Instagram page, which is the Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We're running 2 make-alongs at the moment. The first one is the hashtag ABP StashSmash 2023. It starts on the 1st of January, ends on the 31st of December, and it's just crafting from your stash. You know this by now. Any craft, we don't mind. Our other make-along that's running at the moment is the ABP Star Flanket KAL. That again starts on the 1st of January, ends on the 31st of December. And that's to make a star flanket. Pretty much it. What have we got this week? This week we have coming in, none of which I've bought. Polish my halo. Going out, StashSmash whips and lined up. In this week's podcast there is just knitting. And timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. The first set of yarns that I've got coming in were a gift from my lovely friend Nancy, who is Kitty Scrapper on YouTube. I'll leave links to Nancy's podcast above, down below. The first one, this is a really ball band. This is what King Cole's Glag looks like now. This is what it did look like. Now, this is a 50% superwash wool, 50% nylon. You get 448 metres and 100 grams. This is shade 751, which is Sonata. Love it. Absolutely love it. The next one, again, Nancy knows me so well. I do love King Cole Zigzag. This one is the 75-25 superwash wool and nylon, and this one's 420 metres and 100 grams. This is shade number 1866, which is Epic. It is so pretty. Look at them. So that was that one. The third one is Stylecraft Head Over Heels. This one is shade 3104, which is Etna. Again, love it. Be even better if it was the right way round. I'm going to apologise for the dog hairs. As you can tell, Patchy's been in it. Then, the next lovelies that I got is these. How pretty are they? How lovely is that? Nancy knows I love a mini. These are Castleview yarns. This is the Bennett sisters. It is 5 10-gram minis. They're 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I don't think it tells you how many metres. It'll probably be about 42, to be honest. Or 40. No, 40 metres. 40 or 42. They are absolutely lovely. And the last lot of gifts, as if that wasn't enough. Now, these were skeined up. I have balled them up for a specific purpose. How pretty are they? Now, as you'll be aware, the lovely Tonya from Karma's a Stitch is hosting a cast-on party on the 10th of June. Now, my plan for one of my cast-ons is to make the Beekeeper's quilt. Well, it's not actually a quilt. I'm making cushions for the bench in the back garden. I am not making a quilt. However, what I will be doing is making cushion pads for the bench. These lovelies are going to be going into that. That's my first lot of minis that are going to be getting used. Yesterday I decided to do a mock run. So I've made little hexy puffs. Well, they're hexies, they're no puffs because I've no puffed them because they're as flat as a pancake. What I wanted to see is what size they would come out. Now, I think the pattern suggests 3.5mm. I went down to a 3 because I'm going to be using 4-ply scraps. Some of my 4-plies aren't as thick as others. So what I wanted to do was make them loose enough that it's not sock gauge. So obviously my normal sock gauge would be anywhere between a 2.25 and a 2.5. So I went up to a 3, but I just feel a 3.5 would possibly be a bit too gappy. Now obviously these will stretch slightly when they're filled. I wasn't wanting the stuffing coming through them either. Also, in the pattern has you join them just on any side at all. Now, some of them I will embroider stuff on them. However, I don't want, if I embroider something on, I'm not wanting it sitting at an angle. So my plan is, when I come to make mine, I am going to line it up, join them like that. So they'll join at the sides and then along this edge. Now I'm pretty sure, so my next plan is to measure the bench and work out how many I'll need for the back and the seat. So that is that. So the minis are going to be used for them. I'll get these skinned up. No, skin them up. I'll wing them up and they'll get put into a bag ready to start. Again, I want to say a massive thank you to Nancy for her very, very generous gift. Love them. I've not quite decided what I'm going to be doing with these. These two will go join their brothers and sisters in my rather full box, the Kinko Zigzag. And this will join its neighbour and the rest of my commercial sock spool. So thank you again, Nancy. I really do appreciate it and I love them all. So my next coming in again is a gift. In the last episode I told you that I won a prize from the lovely Belinda, who is Belinda Bobbles on YouTube. Again, she has a podcast. I'll leave links to Belinda's podcast above and down below. My package arrived. Not gonna lie, got a wee bit scared because it went to Edinburgh, and that's like the black hole. So I got my TinCanKnits bag. Now, I could use it as a sock bag. However, I have bits like my yarn scales, notebooks, pens, stuff like that. So this is going to be my bigger notions pouch for my larger bits. So, in here, oh, I've lost my jelly bean. We have, this is Beach Breeze fibre, Beachy Breeze fibres, and this is, can you read that? Boardwalk Sock Mini, and I'm sure this one's called On the Lamb. How pretty is that? Absolutely stunning. This, again, I'm going to make another hex out of. Technically I should be making 4. However, technically I should be making 4 hexes the same. I'm not going to. I'm going to have one that's all special stuff. This is a 20 gram mini. You get 84 meters in the 20 grams. That and the next one I'm going to put beside the minis that I got from Nancy. And actually, well, see, I'm debating already. Chances are I'm going to put them in my scrappy projects. They will definitely be going into the Battenberg CTC. That'll be the first one that they all get put into. Maybe do a hex out of them. Yeah. That is seriously pretty though. So thank you for that, Belinda. And also got a little stitch marker. There's a little jelly bean. Love gummy bears. They are my ultimate favourite. With the project bag came this lovely progress keeper, which is again from TinCanKnits, and it's good juju for you. And I was going to say, and finally, it's not finally at all. I'm going to show you these. These are freeze-dried Skittles. They're amazing. Not going to lie, might be slightly obsessed. I did have to put them on a top shelf to stop me from scranning them. However, you can get these in the UK, so I'm going to buy myself some more because they're lush. And these were from, I've got a right frog in my throat, Galaxy Sweets. They do Skittles, they do Jolly Ranchers, they do M&M's. Freeze-dried M&M's. They're blush. Yeah. Obviously this company's in America. However, there is a company in the UK that also does freeze-dried Skittles. So I'll be partaking in that. I'm going to stick these back in before I lose them. And this gorgeousness was also in the package. This is Fibre Lady Bamboo Mini. Look at that big matching top. Again, this is a 20 gram mini. The plan will be to put it into scrappy projects and also to do a hexie out of it. And then whatever's left will get put into the rest of my scrappy projects. And finally, Belinda must have been psychic because I was needing new washi tape. Right, can you see that? It's wee fist with knitting needles. I was needing new washi tape. I have finished a project, so I need to put the yarn, scraps of the yarn, into my project diary so they can get stuck in with my lovely washi tape. So that was it, and my lovely bag. Listen, love this sound. I'm going to end up breaking it, I really am. So again, thank you very much to Belinda and Sam for the lovely prize. So yeah, that's what I've got coming in. I have bought nothing. I have been really good. Well, I haven't bought. It is what it is. I am waiting on... What am I waiting on coming in? I did get my year of yarn for Mandy. Mandy is also dyeing me up a very special skein for Ryan to make a project for him. Yeah, I've got a few skeins coming from Mandy. I have some lovely stuff coming from Denise. Very excited. Yeah, so that is my coming in. About 490 grams was brought in, or 2036 metres. So it wasn't too bad, but none of them I bought. Again, polishing my halo. As you can see from behind me, I have not one finished pair of socks, but I'm going to bloat lots. These ones, start off, these are the Rye Light by TinCanKnits. This was where I was that top? Yeah, I have 2 socks finished. I did make a slight mistake there. I can't remember if I think I dropped a stitch. So, Rye Light modifications, I did them toe up. Yeah, so I was there the last time you seen it, so I'd already done the heels, and then I just continued up the leg and done the integrated heel, which is my preferred sock heel. The yarn, now, do I have a ball band? Yes, I do. Look at me being all professional. This is all I've got left. That teeny tiny wee nugget. And again, this is going to end up being a hexie, because I'm now obsessed. This is Mouse Switch yarn, handmade by Poppy and Mouse. This is the Year of Yarn colourway for April. It would help if I showed it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you it that way. How stunning is that? Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I used 72 grams, which is 288 metres. Absolutely love it. I used a 2.25mm higher sharp, and it's amazing. Absolutely love it. I am very, very happy with my socks. Again, they won't be going on my feet until the end of the year, because I'm going to wrap them all up and give them to myself as a Christmas present. Nice new socks. The Rye Light socks are a really, really simple pattern. It's a bit like the flax. You've got the pearl detail down the front. It gives you just enough that you've got to concentrate but the rest of it is just a basic sock. I can see more of these in the future, to be honest, because it was a really, really nice pattern to knit on. So yeah, first finished object. My next finished object, I am not very, very happy at. And I have nobody to blame but myself. These are the Painting Brick socks by Stephen West. These were supposed to be for me. These were supposed to be my entry into Denise's hashtag Year of the Sock 2023. However, when knitting socks, it would be a really good idea to read the pattern. Now, I did 72 stitches. By the time I came down to, was it there? Yes, by the time I came down to about here, I had 94 stitches on a 9-inch circular, and oh my goodness, not gonna lie, I was not having fun times. So I've got the heel done down the foot, checking as I went, finished the first one, put it on, I was like, wee bitty baggy, slightly concerned. Tried it on Master Ryan, they were far too loose on Ryan. So I thought, I'll grin and bear it, it'll be fine. So started on the next one. What I missed was the part of the pattern that tells you about sizing. These do not fit me. I can't get my feet in them, which is a bonus. They don't fit Ryan, they're too big for him. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears with a pair of socks. They are too big, too baggy for me. They're too loose on Ryan. However, Andrew, who's a size 9.5, possibly a 10, who knows, they fit him perfectly. So, these are now going to Andrew. I am not happy. I am now down a pair of socks. I could re-knit them again. However, it's highly unlikely that I'm actually going to knit them again. I enjoyed the pattern. The pattern was enjoyable. They did knit up quite quick. Show them that way. How nice is that? They are really, really nice. I may possibly make another pair, possibly not with the rusty brown colour. I'll maybe see if I can get, or I might just dye myself up a grey to go with it. So, these are, because I actually can't remember, I would like to thank everyone who picked this gorgeous colourway. Sorry, I'll do it that way because it's not as messy. This is Mouse Witch Yarns, and it's the Astral Conflict colourway. I did change the pattern, obviously. It was a choice between the Astral Conflict and the Astral Journey for the German short socks. It had been suggested to do a less patterned sock, was the word. Obviously, they're patterned, but as you can see, you get to see it really, really well. So, that is the Astral Conflict. I used 23 grams. I have the vast majority of ball left. I do have enough to make more socks. I am currently swaying over doing another pair of 24-day socks or redoing these. I might actually do another pair of 24-day socks because they were actually easier to know. So, that was my first colour. So that's that one. The next colour is Drops Fable in shade 110, which is Rust. I used, how much did I use of this? 61.67 grams or 252.85 metres. Again, more than likely going to be put into my scrap pile. It'll become a hexie. I used a 2.5mm high sharp. I keep forgetting to say, Rye Light is a free pattern on Ravelry. I will leave the link down below. The Painting Brick socks are €7 or £6.35, or they come as part of the Year of the Socks 2023 ebook, which you can purchase from either Ravelry or the West Knits website. The ebook is €36 or £32.66. Yeah. So in total, I used 84.67 grams or 344.85 metres, which isn't too bad. And I've got 2 pairs of socks in 1 month. So I am really, really happy. All the FOs. So I'll just stick them over here out the road. Now, I am a lot later recording this. Today is Monday. Zoom is supposed to start in 10 minutes. I'm probably going to miss it because I've not had dinner. Ryan's not home and I'm still recording. The plan was, I've been holding off recording because I was very, very close to finishing this project. However, it took a while. As I said, it is now Monday. I have finished, so creased, my summer sorrel. It is now blocked. Lovely peoples. I will stick a bit in the end with me actually wearing it. But it is done. It has been blocked. It was a nightmare, I'm not going to lie. My first colour. My second colour. My third colour. And I had to add in a fourth. 1 second. The first colour is this one. This is Mousewitch Yarns in the shade Crocus. Now, I used 94.42 grams or 377.68 metres. So I have a teeny tiny wee nugget left. I'll possibly only have enough to... Actually, that'll be going into my CTC blanket. If there's anything else, I'll possibly stripe it with another Amandi's yarns to make a hexie. So that is that one. Next is this one. This is Unicorn Bubbles. It is, these are all 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams for all of them. For this one, I used 69.33 grams, and which is 277.32 metres. Again, got to be hexie. That one will first go into my Irony Corner C2C blanket, which was here a minute ago. And I've lost. So I'll put another square on my corner to corner blanket. Next, Delgo's Hand Gliding. That is this one. The 20 gram mini is more than likely going to be in with the rest of my minis. I use 61.66 grams or 246.64 metres. So I've still got a fair amount of that to go. Again, I used 61.66 grams or 246.64 metres. Again, this will be getting placed into the My Yarny corner blanket, and then a hexie, and then whatever's left will get put into my scrappy projects. So that's that one. And my final colour. This is a really old My Yarny corner. This is Blue Moon. It's lush. This one I used 49.94 grams or 199.76 metres. Again, I've got a fair chunk of this left. That'll go into the My Yarny corner blanket. Then it'll be a hexie puff. Then it'll go into all my scrappy projects. Which means this loveliness, which kind of feels damp. It was dry earlier, I think patches drilled on it. This took 275.39 grams or 1,101.4 metres. I am so happy. It is finished. It does fit me. And to prove it, I will put it on. The only issue that I've got with it, now, I swatched, got the right needles for my gauge. However, when I first tried this on, the neck sat a bit here. Really happy with how the neck went. As I knit, the neck got wider and wider and wider. Now, what I could do is thread some elastic in to cinch it in a bit, because right now it is sitting just at my bra straps. I understand why they chose this neck. However, in order to stretch this out, you're also stretching out the neck. I do not have very wide shoulders, which means it just... I could unpick the neck and put an actual rib on it. I did put rib on the sleeves, and also put it at the bottom. I didn't hate it. However, this bit was a colossal pain in the backside, and by the time you got down here, I'd lost the will to live. I had said to the Zoom ladies, oh, I'm going to make it longer. I think I put about another inch on it, and by that point I was like, I'm so done. I really was over the pattern. It took forever. It's still a nice pattern. Would I knit another one? No, this I wouldn't. Right now. I'm not going to say I wouldn't knit another one ever. I possibly would knit another one. However, what I would do is do a ribbed neck, is the word I was looking for. I would possibly do a ribbed neck and do it all in one colour. But I think I've blocked one side more aggressively than the other. However, it is lovely. I will stick a picture in at the end of me wearing the same. So yeah. Which means this week I have crafted 432.02 grams or 1,734.25 metres. I am very, very happy. Now I need to take this off because I might need to take it back outside and hang it up and let it dry in the sunshine. As you're aware, my goal is to craft 25,000 metres from my stash. My previous outgoing was 7,736.58 metres. This week's finished objects have added another 1,734.25 metres, which brings my total to 9,470.83 metres. I am ecstatic. I'm not going to lie. I am very, very pleased with finishing them. Obviously, the main goal was to finish the April socks and possibly have the summer sorrel done. I did manage to squeeze in an extra pair of socks. I do have a half finished object, but I don't count the half finished objects until they're completely done. So that won't count until next podcast. But I'll show you that when I get to whips. Previous incoming was 27,195 metres. I've added 2,036 metres, which I didn't pay for. I would just like to point that out. I did not pay for them. Which brings my total to 29,231. That is what it is. I'm just so worrying about that. Which means to target, I have 15,529.17 metres. In order to stay on track, by the end of June, I need to have crafted 15,000 metres. Is that right? No, it's no. I need to craft about 3,000 metres in the next month. Yeah, that's got to be good. I'm a little bit concerned. Not overly, just a little bit. I do have a couple of projects that I could get done, which will give me 1,000 metres each. Hopefully. Yeah, that's what it is. So far this year I have crafted 1,331.86 metres. I have knit 8,141.97 metres. I've still not spun anything and I've still not woven anything. Actually, that might be a plan. That could be a plan, because that's a good way to get my meterage up. And I could just make rollags in the garden, then spin them. I am taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge is to craft 30 projects in 2023. So far this year I have crafted 17, which I'm really happy at, which means I am at 56%. Again, shining my halo. It's not horrendous. I don't think I've got... I'm trying to think what I've got on the needles at the moment. I've got the fragmentation shawl. I have the Staffland kit. Again, that could bring in a couple of thousand. Fragmentation, you're looking at about 1,000. And the Eyelet burst, about 1,000, give or take. If I get my finger out and actually finish the projects that I've got sitting, I think I possibly could, possibly finish it off. So, fingers crossed, we'll see how well I do next podcast. I only have 2 whips. Such a comedian. I've not got 2 whips, I've got like hundreds. And I'm about to cast on 3 more. That's what it is. This is the Spring Gentleness by Vicky Moroz. I will leave links to Vicky's Etsy shop and Ravelry links down below. I'm going to nick a sock blocker because this sock looks so much better on a fake foot. This is going to be my entry into the UAGB Eurovision SAL. I think that might be right. Hoping that's right. I will leave details up above. This, how absolutely stunning is that? It's so pretty. Sorry, I have hay fever or something, or seasonal asthma or whatever it's called. I've completed the first sock. I have, so I'm about to put in the second one, I think. Yes, I am. Yeah, So I've done 2 repeats on the second sock. I'm just going to keep working my way down the foot, nicking all the stitch markers as I go. And then again, I put the integrated heel in this one. Obviously because it's cuff down, I've done the cuff down version where you decrease at the heel flap as opposed to decreasing down the gusset with the toe up version. Yeah. I am using Mouse Puppet yarns, Year of Yarn for May. Absolutely love this. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. It is seriously, seriously pretty. You just have to excuse the... thoroughly enjoying this. I do love Vicky's patterns. Now this pattern, the Spring Gentleness, I bought you can get as a single pattern, which is $4.50 or £3.74, or there is various offers on at the moment. You can get it as a set of 3 patterns or a set of 5 patterns. I bought the 5 pattern ebook. I got this one, Minimalist. What else is in that? Yeah. So, first one done. I am hoping to get as much done as possible tonight and tomorrow morning. And what I'll do is I'll put it in to the make-along. The make-along does finish on the 31st, I think. The 31st. Actually, I might just put this one in, just to be on the safe side. Because I do not remember when that finishes. Yeah, I'll stick them in tonight. I'll put this one on my foot. And then, hopefully, I'll be able to finish the other one by tomorrow. So yeah, that is my whip. Absolutely love, as I said before, I absolutely love Vicky's patterns. I'm just going to carry on, and even if it's not finished, it's it'll be finished by the next time you see it. Don't die short, people. This might actually be a short-ish podcast. By the time I edit out all the interruptions and screaming at dogs. My final whip in my now newly acclaimed my Stephen West bag. I'm not going to go through all the yarns because I think I did it the last time. So yeah, this is my Eyelet Burr Shawl by Stephen West. I have now completely finished ball number 1. I did write down how much of this that I used. I just forgot to add it into my show notes. Clearly I am a nut. This colour is Rainy Day by Mousewitch Yarns. Have I got it? Yes, I have. Rainy Day, Mousewitch Yarns. That's all I've got left. Teeny wee amount. Again, that'll probably end up as a hexie once I finish this project. I don't get to use up the yarn until I've finished. This was where I was the last time you saw it. I had started to write them in the 2 colours. I am now on colour B, which is Mousewitch Yarns, and this one's called April Showers. Again, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. Yeah. I have done a fair amount. I'm wanting... Safety Mickey Mouses have been deployed, people. I'm wanting to get this done as soon as. Priority is going to be the Ukrainian socks. Want to get them done. And then get this off the needles in 10 days. Yeah. we'll see how that goes. Absolutely loving it. I love Mandy's colours, and it's going to look spectacular. Yeah, really, really nice knit. The Eyelet Burst Shawl is available either on Ravelry or on the West Knits website. It is either €6 or £5.55ish. I'm using a 3.5mm Drops Classic on a 100cm cord. Yeah, so that is all I'm working on at the moment. Starflank Kit hasn't been worked on in a while, to be honest. The brioche is annoying. I do apologise for this being all over the place. I am hungry. As I mentioned before, Tonya's having a cast-on party. At the moment, there is only going to be 3 cast-ons from me. At the moment. Say at the moment, it's definitely only going to be 3 because I am not casting on any more projects. Beekeeper's cushions. I'm going to be making 4 of them. It normally takes about 45 minutes to an hour to make a wee hex puff up. I have had to order more fibre fill because I cannot find mine anywhere. I had a great big bag of it. It was kicking about for months. A minute ago to use it, gone. I'm using a 3mm needle. The Beekeeper's quilt is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is by Tiny Owl Knits. It's either $5.50 or £4.65ish. Yeah, so that's the first one. The next cast on, which I forgot to refresh myself on how to pronounce this person's name. I sincerely apologise. I'm not going to say the surname, I'll put details up above. I am planning on making the Luyanda by Noma. This is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is $8 or £6.77ish. I will be using the Hobie Butterfly in shade 5, which is grey pansy. It calls for a 4 and a 4.5mm needle. I will need to swatch for it. I know, who am I? Swatching again. I'll maybe take one of the balls and swatch with it and see what I get. So yeah, that is cast on number 2. The third cast on, and I'm going to apologise for the crinkling. I will try to keep it to a minimum, is this. Now I need to remember what way this goes. Right, so I'm going to be making the Forage Shawl by Helen Stewart using the Advent minis that I got from Nancy. This will be colour A, B, C, D, pretty sure that's E, F and G. It's a 7 coloured shawl. Now I was going to do it as a fade, and seeing as I'm colourblind, they 3 confused me. So that one and that one, and then I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to mix it up. So A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Is that right? Yeah, A, F, G. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's my third cast on. And that'll be all that cast on. I am not going to be casting on my Wild Abandon. I have said to Tonya I'm not going to be casting on my Wild Abandon. I do have a lot of whips. I don't need to be casting on anything else. I need to start clearing my needles off. So I'm going to cast on those 3. I am going to put myself on a ban until I get at least 5 other projects off my needles. So I'm going to cast them on the 10th. I am hoping to have at least 2 projects cast off. So I'm going to have the Spring Gentleness socks cast off by the 10th. And hopefully have the Eyelet Burst Shawl either cast off or very nearly cast off by the 10th. That's my plan. The star blanket has been parked. I will go back to it. It's just far too hot right now to be working on a massive blanket. What I might do is, at the weekend, Ryan and I sit out in the garden if it's nice. It might be my Saturday and Sunday morning project that I just work through that brioche, because the brioche is taking forever. I think if I can get past the brioche on the star blanket, the rest of it should be easy enough. It's the brioche that's taking forever and I'm just bored. So, that's the plan. I did say 5. What other things? The iron circle, I need that off the needles because that is just ridiculous. I'm halfway through the collar. All I need is 2 sleeves and that's me done. So that's 4. And then the secret project for Ryan, because that needs to be done by the middle of the month. So, there's my 5. So, that's my plan. I'm going to stick to it. On the next podcast, there will be coming in, because I'm waiting on yarn for Mandy and I'm waiting on wooden goodies from Denise, because I couldn't help myself. One of them's essential, one of them's a plaque for the socks, and I need them. So, that is my plan. Is that everything? Yes. Life has been good. Patch is still a nightmare. He is chewing his way through the house. Arya's equally a nightmare. She's not too bad. Yeah, things are good. As for anything else, I don't think so. I need to stop falling down rabbit holes of trying to see how much stash I've got and how many barns I've got, because that's possibly why I've not got as much in it, because I do tend to fall down that rabbit hole quite a bit. They all need to go into, they don't need to go in there because that's the wrong bag. Oh, I just did have my blanket. However, what I don't have in here is the actual blanket. I will quickly flash you my Iron Corner CTC blanket. No, I've worked on it in a while. Yeah. I think this is where you seen it last time. I have put in a few more. I think I put in that one and possibly that one. Yeah. So I'm still working away on it. I am currently working through the Advent. I'm currently working through the Advent minis and getting them in. And then I'll go back to putting in all of these and any other scraps that I've got sitting. Yeah. So that is all my news. I am going to go because her whining is starting to grate on my last nerve. I need to go get dinner and I need to go see how Mr. Bark's day was. So, would be very appreciative if you liked and subscribed to the video if you haven't already done so. Yeah. Don't have very much planned coming up. Just a lot of knitting, hopefully. So, I hope you have a very crafty few weeks and I will see you back here again next time. Bye!